So this is gonna be real. So this is gonna be real. So this is gonna be real. So this is gonna be real.
I won't be denied.
So this is gonna be real.
I won't be denied.
So this is gonna be real.
I won't be denied.
Um, so this is gonna be real.
Seriously? Seriously? Lame. Seriously? Lame. Seriously? Lame. Seriously?
Yeah, that is very possible.
I don't
Another
know the
thing.
buffer. I don't know. I mean, if he's too far away, he can either spin
Yeah,
out
that
or
is
spin
very
behind, but
possible.
I
Another
don't know
very
if
good
the
thing for
buffer,
Tryndamere is that
I
he
don't know.
gets
I mean, if he's
to use
too
his
far away, he can
W.
either spin
Yeah, that
out
is
or
very
spin
not only
behind.
reduce the AD. Another very good thing for Tryndamere is that he gets to use his
Does it
W.
reduce the attack
Yeah,
speed?
that
I'm
is
pretty sure
very
it
not only
reduces
reduce the AD. Another very good thing for Tryndamere is that he gets to use his
Does it reduce
W.
the attack
Yeah,
speed?
that
I'm
is
pretty sure
very
it
not only
reduces
reduce the AD. Another very good thing for Tryndamere is that he gets to use his
Does it reduce
W.
the attack
Yeah,
speed?
that
I'm
is
pretty sure
very
it
not only
reduces
reduce the AD. Another very good thing for Tryndamere is that he gets to use his
Does it reduce
W.
the attack
Yeah,
speed?
that
I'm
is
pretty sure
very
it
not only
reduces
reduce the AD. Another very good thing for Tryndamere is that he gets to down. He can. But he's not going to have sex. He has it now. Dakota with the Undying Rage. Where is it? There it is. And he's going to take down Set.
Noodle was hoping for it. He initiated just a little too late, I feel.
Yeah. He
Dakota-
got the level up in the middle of the fight. That
Yeah,
was
that
just
was
unlucky timing.
Incredibly unfortunate.
Noodle
'Cause if
Wagons.
he'd done it a split second earlier, I think he would have secured the kill. But the ultimate came through, and just there was no chance.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. But definitely still a 500 gold lead for Baron. And
So far, so good.
I really don't know how this game is going to play out. I mean, I think if Ezreal comes online, I think they'll have something to really watch out for, because Skyhawk will spend most of his time trying to dodge those abilities rather than actually applying damage, I feel.
Yeah, I think the onus is on these junglers. One of them is going to have to step up and make a difference in this bot lane, because right now we're not going to be able to see it in just the two. Shockwave used. Isaac not really low enough to warrant that, in my opinion, but Nocturne
I
does
think
have
it could just be a
Paranoia
force amount of
available.
lane to try to get some more plates, because of course Shockwave has a relatively low cooldown early level compared to some other mid lane ultimates.
Yeah, not too bad. Just about a minute and a half. That is a fair point.
Or I mean, now they have dragon pressure.
Yeah, and these Drakes die super quickly early, so this is a good move here. Mountain Drake, a good Drake to see early, because neither of these teams really have any hyper tanks or anybody that wants to get a lot of resistances. Maybe Sats, but outside of that, nobody that really wants that. So
And
definitely
even
a good first Drake.
That would still oh no, actually, never mind. Since it's not going to be Mountain Soul. Oh wow.
And so we will either have a Cloud or an Infernal Drake here. Both of those doing very well for this team. Lots of ultimates that love to get used, and that movement speed is going to mean a lot in these fights.
Yeah, I definitely think. I hope it's an Infernal Drake. Personally, I love seeing Infernal games. Especially with how explosive these teams are. Vigar having so much AP by the end of the game if he's farming and dealing damage and using his abilities on the enemy champions enough. And then also, I mean, Ezreal and Jhin, the more damage you get, just the more burst potential we see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the spot lane hasn't, other than the trade we had down there where it's like summoner spells, nothing's really been happening so far.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Again, like we were saying, both of these teams really want to scale up pretty hard. Nocturne looking for about a mid-game spike. And outside of that, not really going to scale super well into the late game, but not able to do much before 6. And a dive might be coming out. Dakota. Just going to get some pressure down.
Yeah, just kind of, I don't know what that stop was. He might have accidentally hit, or maybe just had a lag right there where his champion bugged out.
Or it could have been the BM. He might have just been saying, haha, I can sit under your tower and not care. Or maybe it was the consideration of whether he wanted to dive and use that Undying Rage.
Yeah, and it looks like Baron spot lane is actually rotated up for this. Trinity's going to be careful, but he does just spin a win out of safety.
It's not going to be dropped in the top lane.
I don't know about this one. I mean, I think you can easily shove the Trinity out of lane potentially, but we'll have to see, because I mean, this is not going to kill the turret, but definitely gives them plenty of gold to work with.
Yeah, Dakota actually going to be able to take that down. A good slow down onto JC3. The root's going to land. And here's the ultimate from Jhin. Looks like Thresh is going to be able to block the entire thing. Yeah, a good flash from Thresh there to prevent not being able to block. King Swim with the heads up play. Recognizing Ezreal might just die there if he doesn't do that. A good curtain call though. I was pretty happy with that curtain call.
I like Jins that know how much damage they can deal, and with Ezreal being that low health, you definitely can go for the curtain call. Even if it's just
a weird window. It's a weird thing to think about as a Jhin, because you're making yourself stationary, right? You're channeling this ability for up to 15 seconds, I think it is, and sometimes that window can be harder to judge. So, but Skyhawk, yeah, so far seeming to know the moves, know the ropes of this
Yeah, definitely
play.
putting up a decent performance here on Jin so far. I
I'm
mean,
not enthused about the gold difference here. We're looking
yeah,
at 26 CS, which an Ezreal usually struggles in the early game, and he already has his Manamune completed, right? So
yeah, you really have to know how to
he's getting
manage your
games.
waves perfectly on Jin. And so he hasn't been doing a terrible job, but just trying to keep up with an Ezreal with so many
Wagons, he's in
capabilities.
trouble, but the Paranoid's gonna get used. There's a great ultimate, and it's gonna be followed up. Nocturne. Here's a good showstopper, but what does it mean? Dakota gonna have to burn the Undying Rage, but he stays alive relatively easily. Again,
Yeah.
this is what we're expecting to see in this matchup in the top lane.
Yeah,
Sett
really,
really struggles with people who just don't die for whatever reason.
yeah, really no problem there for.
Zach
Wow.
maybe taking a bite, a little bit too much for him to chew there. Gonna take a lot of damage.
Yeah, that will be another play going on to Baron, and they actually, I believe, have swung the gold league back in their favor, just barely. I mean, it's still just 100 gold difference, but right now, I mean, Tryndamere is a massive amount of it, I think. And yeah, right now, I mean, we do have Jin in the bot lane. He's trying to catch up to Ezreal right now. And I just don't know if it's going to work. I mean, I really think if you're going to go Jin, you have to pick an aggressive bot lane. I really wish we had seen the pick.
There needs to
like,
be some follow-up. And
Well, I
Bart's
wish
not really what's going to do it.
I wish we had seen what was picked when, instead of everyone just kind of locking.
Yeah, I agree. I wish we could have
But
seen the
this is
progress.
this could be second Drake over here.
Ooh, Isaac in trouble. The stun gonna land, but a cleanse comes out, and the auto attacks are gonna come down. Unfortunate that Frosty W is the one that walks away with the kill there. Shakes really needed that, but
And it will be an Infernal Dragon for this game, so that's
yes,
always wonderful to see.
that's gonna be an exciting one. We have a lot of poke and a lot of burst coming out from both of these teams. So Infernal Drake is just gonna make that even more fun to watch.
Yep. I definitely think we're going to have to keep an eye on this Ezra. He already has the Manamune stacking. And so if he actually... Oh, another Shockwave in the mid lane.
So aggressive.
I know, but
I'm
right
not
now...
against it. I
No,
kind
I
of
mean,
like it.
today's time is getting playing a little dangerous there.
Yeah.
This set is just so far behind right now. Two 0-1 on this tournament in the top lane. How do you feel like this game's going to go? I think it's going to be a very split-heavy game right here for the side of TA. With how it's looking, I mean, if they want to stay in it, it's going to have to be Ezreal and Veigar clearing the waves with their basically massive AoE abilities from Ezreal's ult and Veigar's W.
I don't know. I think that Paranoia coming out. They want Thresh. The box is going to be used, but he's feared. There's the heal. Not going to matter, though. Frosty W's on the backside looking for JC3. He's going to burn his flash.
Oh, I don't know if the flash was necessary there.
Yeah, I agree.
But, I mean, rather
had
be
to,
safe than sorry, I guess.
I don't know. He had his arcane shift. Here comes Zach. Zach looking for Nocturne. Nocturne's under tower. He's just going to get eviscerated. Zach going to clean it up ultimately with the... What is that? What is that rune called? Aftershock. It was escaping me there for some reason. Gonna get the shutdown gold on Nocturne. Definitely something you want on the Ezreal over the Zac, but
yeah, that's unfortunate. I think if Ezreal had actually waited, because he essence flux onto the enemy Zac or the Nocturne, if he had actually shot the Q instead, it may have actually helped him secure the kill, as he would have done more damage. But who knows? I think the ultimate went wide there from True Shot Barrage. I'm not sure if it actually connected with anybody.
Yeah, I think it might have hit someone that was at like half health, but it didn't ultimately matter either way for the fight.
But the gold lead, there is no gold lead. The gold is completely even so far at 16 minutes in.
And I honestly favor TA for that. I think the later the game goes, the more you're going to pull the map apart if you're TA. The easier it will be for Tryndamere to do his thing in the side lanes, and the easier it will be for Ezreal and Veigar to kind of do their thing as well. Veigar is an infinite scaling champ, and Ezreal is cool with getting to the later stages of the game because he loves to poke.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, I like the fact that Isaac has recognized that he's not having such a great game, and he goes for the GLP. And I know that's what a lot of Veigar's tending to do right now, although some still pick Ludens. but that's definitely going to help, especially with the fact that this now allows Ezreal to build Triforce. And
Yeah,
I
and I think it
want to
makes
see
sense.
Triforce.
Also, just
Nope.
because I mean he's running the Glacial Augment, right? So
Yeah.
Glacial Augment's gonna synergize super well with GLP. I think it's almost mandatory if you take that rune on Vygar that you gotta build the GLP.
Yeah.
Just feels wrong not to.
And we do have, actually, it's going to be, oh, I can't think of the name of it.
Iceborne Gauntlet?
Iceborne Gauntlet, you are correct. It's going to be Iceborne Gauntlet coming out from Ezreal. It's
Most
not my
likely.
personal favorite,
Most likely.
especially with how good Ezreal is
Nocturne
right now.
in onto Ezreal again, but a good Essence Flux is gonna, or Arcane Shift rather, gonna save him from that one. Here comes Zach, he's using his ultimate. And King Swim on the backside, but a great Shockwave is going to take down King Swim. And a Flash is going to secure Ezreal as well. And then back on the other side of the fight, Dakota looking to clean up the backline. He might just take down Frosty W. Just kidding, Daytime's going to secure that one. The root going to land. Skyhawk wants to go in on these champions, but there's the Undying Rage, and it might save him from the tower. Oh, just barely going to get knocked down, though, by that bouncing grenade from Skyhawk.
Now, one thing I want to recognize is Ezreal played it perfectly getting out of the Nocturne, but then he doesn't immediately turn around and try to deal damage. He tries to leave the fight. But I guess the call didn't come through to actually take this fight. It was actually looking very good for TA.
Yeah, and then there was just some disjointed stuff where they didn't recognize how deep they should be going. I think maybe the fight started on the wrong terms. It did start with the paranoia from Nocturne. So
well, I think the True Shot Barrage only went for the Jhin. And
yeah,
I think
could have cleaned up.
if it focused for the other three, it probably would have gone a little bit better there. But overall, it was not a bad fight.
Still relatively even. We're only looking at about 200 gold. I really like Shakes on the Orianna so far. He has been playing phenomenal.
Yeah, he's definitely been a star performer tonight. I don't think the Vygar was actually there with Teleport. I think that's almost up. Yes, Teleport actually just came off a cooldown, so I don't think he would have been able to join for that fight.
Yeah, and given the circumstances, not a terrible fight, right? You get your Ezreal paranoid onto, and he makes the best of it. He gets out.
And the Bard ultimate, he got out of two major ultimates there.
Yeah,
and just kind of actually walked away.
We are seeing the Infernal Drake started. This will be the second one for either team if they secure it. It looks like Zach might be trying, but a great showstopper is going to come in. And Daytime not able to get anywhere near that fight. Nuglo Wagon's looking for some damage, though. And he's just tanking over and over and over again. A Paranoia going to be used, but a great Bard ult to keep the Ezreal there. And an amazing Curtain Call on the other side of the fight is going to take Zach rather, right out of this one. He's going to get rooted as soon as he comes back alive off of his passive. And King Swim going to follow as the fourth member to drop there. Dakota not even in that fight. So they get a Drake and they get 4 for 0 afterwards. That was a convincing win.
Yeah, definitely.
Baron.
A bit of a misstep there from Isaac, walking a little too far forward, getting a little too
and unfortunately,
comfort.
You know, their namesake not able to be an objective taken quite yet. They need about another 30 seconds before that Baron does spawn.
And I think this will be the second rift unless Dakota really wants to try. I think he might be able to when it's
He could 1v3 with that ultimate.
I don't know. It's gonna be 1v4, and with Orianna showing up, I don't know if he wants to take it.
But now that we see a little bit more utility here in Shakes, yeah, he calls it out.
And right now, there's no plates. I mean, the first tower's already fallen, so I think you can afford to give the Rift Trail without really trying something. I mean, I think if 2 members have been low, you might be able to go for it. But right now, he's so far ahead. There's no reason to throw his lead. Actually, him and Set are dead even on the gold, despite the early lead he had.
Yeah, and that is interesting.
And that will be Iceborne picked up there for JC3 on that Ezreal.
So it does have that shutdown, which would indicate to me that there's a ton of gold he just earned probably in that last fight that is making up that difference.
Well, because after that third death in the
JC3.
I think that's a mistake there.
Rude.
I think that's a mistake there. You think you go for the kill there. Orianna, no flash, no mana. You're an Ezreal who just got the blue buff.
I
think you can play that.
They don't have any vision further into the fight. Or further into that blue side.
Thresh was standing right there. You have an Essence Flux, a Flash, and a Thresh Lantern to hook you out. I think you at least go for it.
That is fair.
Because he threw out the W instead of just stealing it with a Q. And then he didn't follow up. Oh, well, rather playing it safe than sorry. The gold lead has actually shifted in Baron's favor, so...
Quite a bit.
Might just not want to give up everything or take every single risk. But I think that would have been a good kill.
Death there from anyone on TA really does not feel great. So I understand the hesitance, I suppose.
Yeah, self-preservation is all best. Right now, I think Oriana needs to find a place to farm.
Ooh, here's the paranoia. Undying Rage gonna come out. There's the f***ing though. Anula Wagons has his ultimate available. Knock Dakota right out of that fight if he needs to. Nocturne gonna clean that one up though, ultimately getting the kill there.
Not actually sure what killed the Trinity there.
Probably the red buff.
Oh, yes, he did just pick up the red buff. That is going to be Riptail drop there in the bot lane, but 3 members are now here. Ezreal still actually
Herald's
farming.
gonna land. Here's the curtain. Oh, they're going Igar with. He's gonna flash out. He's very low though. Frosty W gonna use King Swim to clean the kill up on Isaac though. King Swim's gonna be slowed. He's got the Randuins, but he knows he's dead. And Shelly's gonna get a second charge down. That's a tier 2 falling in the bot lane here. Zach
Personally, I feel
use his E. Elastic Slingshot, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get out.
I actually feel Kingston might have actually.
And he doesn't even get out. Noodlo Wagon says, I don't care about this tower. I'm going all the way.
I think Kingswim actually got Isaac killed there. Because he was moving in front of Isaac to kind of dodge any skill shot or to absorb skill shots. But that gave Bard the ricochet he needed to actually land the slows onto Isaac and get the AoE damage. So just kind of a little bit of a misstep. The Jhin ultimate had already faded. It was already off. And I really think he could have allowed Isaac some time to run away. But just kind of a little bit of a misstep there from Kingswim trying to be helpful. But in the end, just kind of securing the kill there for Baron.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, but so far, I mean, the Man Immune has been completed. I think, is it Moramana now for, yeah, Moramana has been completed for Ezreal there at 23 minutes, so it's not a bad timing, I think. I think, of course, pros usually have it finished around that time, maybe 18.
Yeah. I mean, his CS is pretty up there. He's at pretty
CS
close
is
to 10
the
minutes.
highest in the game, actually.
Yeah.
He's
Ezreal's
a few minutes
doing
behind,
well for
but-
himself. He's farming. He's trying to play safe. He's really only died in fights where everyone on the team has died.
Yeah, considering
So-
that he's the same amount of gold that Jhin is, and Jhin has 2 kills and 8 assists, and he is only 20
Okay, did
gold behind him.
Yeah. And
It really
the fact
is-
that he's been Nocturne paranoid. Oh, but a good shockwave gonna come out. No root gonna land, but an ultimate in response. Daytime wants in. He's gonna knock up 3 members there. True Shot Barrage gonna do a ton of damage to the team as well. Duga Wagon's getting in the front line. Dakota's already super low. He's got to burn the Undying Rage already. And Skyhawk gonna have to blow his flash to get out of that one. Nula Wagon's ignited, but he flashes away and might just survive. No, Ezreal says no, he will not. Takes one down
Beautiful.
for himself. So that's a 2 for 1.
Oh,
They lose the
oh.
support. They take the top and the mid. They get that shutdown. On the
I really don't like I do not like the Bork coming out.
Oh, Nocturne! He wants in, and he's gonna get it. Frosty W on the backside gonna be the response kill though, and Nocturne falls as well. I don't know if this is a worthy trade. We're 2 for 1 back the other way. 3 members from both teams die in that extended fight.
I think that's actually very favorable for TA. Apologies. You just got 3 kills and a couple of shutdowns onto your ADC, who picked up Bork. I don't agree with that item being picked in this game, but who knows? We'll see. I'm very hesitant. There's really no
Bork
massive tank.
is not an item you want to build if you don't have a lot of tanky members on the enemy team.
Yeah,
There are,
I mean,
there are better things for Ezreal to build.
Set's building slightly tanky, and Bard has a Deadman's, but other than that, I really think your best. Well, first off, I really do not like this defensive build coming out from Ezreal with how incredibly strong Ezreal has become in this patch or in this meta.
Yeah, I would prefer Ludens there as well.
I think Luden's into. I mean, if you want at least some extra lifesteal or spell vamp, Gunblade is not
Gunblade as well.
awful on him, and you still get the proc. But I mean,
Oh no, King Swim getting slowed over and over and over
they
again.
have to be careful. I mean, Ezreal's
Nobody
here.
to help him.
Oh,
Oh, look at the damage.
Yeah, I think if he had a different item, it would be. If he had Triforce into Gunblade or Ludens, he'd be dealing a lot more burst damage with that.
Yeah, and it might not look like it, but Ezreal actually has most gold in this game so far. That is the most powerful champion on the map. Oh no, but Frosty W not in a great spot. He's gonna get the turret to not aggro, but in a 1v4, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know if,
Baron's starting their namesake, but Daytime, he's here. So they have to call that one off.
Yeah, and they really just
Look
stopped
in the
that
bot
because,
lane. Dakota doing his thing on Tryndamere as well.
and this is really unfortunate because really nobody's able to match Dakota right now. And so now if TA wants to basically just posture around Baron 24/7 while Frosty W's is to respawn, they can really just pressure Baron into deciding whether they want to contest the Baron or actually send. Well, now that sets down in the bot lane, he is going to push Dakota off.
For
But
now.
this could be the strat that TA is looking for, where they just posture around the Baron, have Dakota down there in the bot lane. It's going to take two people to stop Dakota now that he's going for the Infinity Edge, and the Infinity Edge is completed. So I don't even think Noodles is going to be able to fight him. No, Noodlo, what's his name?
Noodlo Wagon. It's like
Noodlo. Oh, now I
Noodlo
get it.
Wagons,
Noodlo
but-
Wagons.
Yeah.
Damn, I
don't
prefer
know.
Noodle.
I don't know.
Noodle would have been better. We'll have to pay for his name change after this this match. But looks like the fourth
Hey, it's
Inferno
better than
is
Fart
going to be.
Sniffer, man. I gotta be honest. It's better than
That
better than
is
Catherine Fart
that is
Sniffer,
true.
Which
No, I liked Fart
was
Sniffer.
apparent at the Battle of the Banners last weekend at Nexus Esports.
And definitely some great performances down there. But it looks like they're all posturing around the dragon, which is going to be spawning.
Yeah, we're at Soul Point. This is a dangerous precedent to set, giving these dragons over.
Now, right now you have waves in bot and mid just kind of dying, and Ezreal's the only one farming them. And right now I think that, I mean, really, he's the only one farming. Him and Dakota, and I think that's how TA is really coming back into this game, is through farm.
Yeah, they've
Because
definitely hit that point where, you know, the power spike of Nocturne, the power that Orianna provides in the mid game, really starting to give way to the power that the poke from JC3 is really going to start putting down.
I don't know about the darks.
Oh, here's a stun. The Death Stun is going to connect. How many people can knock up? Daytime not going to actually knock anybody up, and a ton of ultimates being used here. Daytime going to try to get that front line off of them, but Noodlo Wagons goes in, and he's going to land a ton of damage down. Nocturne nowhere in this fight yet. He's actually on the back line. He's on JC3, but a good Death Stun is might save his life. A flash going to be blown, but down he goes. Daytime. Nothing he can do. Oh my gosh, and Nocturne's still going for King Swim. He's going to tower dive. He's going to get that one easily. And the post-mortem Thresh flays him out of tower range. That's going to be Dragon Soul taken here for Baron.
I was about to say, I didn't like the fact that Skyhawk saw the ultimate from Tryndamere come out and then just kept firing bullets into him during the ultimate. But it worked out in the end when Tryndamere died. The last shot went through and killed Vigar instantly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was luck or just really good timing, but I'm kind of leaning towards the luck on that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's something to say about timing there. It's not a super hard cooldown.
I really wish we could have seen what was picked at what time, because, I mean, it makes me wonder if Ezra was picked before or after the Nocturne.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, it is a safe lane. Ezreal Thresh is probably the safest bot lane you're going to get outside of having a Tomcat on your team. So I wouldn't be surprised if they picked Thresh Ezreal into it. They've been playing around it somewhat well. I'd say only 3 deaths on the ADC after Nocturne has been able to ult for, 20 minutes at this point.
Yeah, I also think it's a little unfortunate that they had a really good fight going for them, I feel, and then Nocturne just kind of came in and it looked like they forgot about him almost.
Yeah, he was able to get right onto that back line. JC3.
I don't
able to do
know if they're going to be able to take these 5v5s. I mean, or delayed 5v5s, I should say.
Clean. Mystic shot there to get that. Oh, here comes the paranoia. Down under. Oh my gosh. I can't even say the word Vigar before he's dead.
Yeah. And this is what you have to do if you're going to run Nocturne. You constantly have to look for picks in the side lane.
Off cooldown. Every ult needs to be used.
Yeah. Baron. I don't think they can have Vigar.
Nocturne not really anticipating. A great shockwave though. From backside of the fight. That's 2 stunned members in the middle of their ultimates. Undying Range going to be pseudo tanky for a little bit, but King Swim might be just dead here. Great ultimate from Bard. And Shake's on the other side looking for JC3. He's going to Arcane Shift out of there. King Swim goes down.
And this is
Isaac
why I
dead from the
feel-
Nocturne means it's a 3v5.
This-
The base
this-
and a flash forward, but Skyhawk miscalculating his damage, doesn't actually kill down onto JC3. He's gonna walk back into the fountain. He'll use Nocturne looking for Zach. He's gonna take him down, but he's gonna fall in response. But 2 turrets might just fall. There's the showstopper getting used on Dakota, so that the rest of the team has time to fire away on these turrets. And now they're switching focus. Jeez, I can't speak. Onto these members. The Nexus, the next thing to claim. And a very clean 31, almost 32-minute game here for Baron, ending the game with that Baron buff. Very good first game.
Yeah, very well played coming out there from Baron. Pretty clean. Had a couple of bumps in the road, but I think that was kind of due to mid-game lulls where they kind of fell into not really knowing exactly what to do. I mean, they kept farming pretty well. Still had gold leads on many of their heroes, but overall, a pretty decent performance there. I really hope that TA kind of changes things up in their draft. And, I mean, it didn't look like I don't know. I think Baron just had a lot better comp going into this game.
I can agree to that. I think that execution-wise, they played it better. Nocturne was a maniac that game, had the most gold in the game by the end of it. But I think just a little bit more time and TA gets to walk away with that game.
Yeah, no, I didn't really agree with the Ezreal build.
Yeah, Bork was a 3,300 gold investment.
I think it
that
was
did not need to get made.
I really think it was too AD focused. And I think AP on Israel is always a good bet right now
Yeah, I
because
agree.
also your Vigar was building support. He wasn't
Yeah,
really
that's a
building
very
damage. They
utility
had-
build for a champion that should be bursting pretty heavily.
Mhm. And I think, there was just so many things they could have done. Hopefully, they kind of look at it, evaluate themselves, and going into this next game, really thinking through going through the thought process, really identifying the win conditions for this next game. Hopefully, we'll be able to see the draft, but can only
Yeah,
hope.
I'm hoping we'll have a little bit more insight in the upcoming game right now about what bans are prioritized here, what picks are important, because that information is super valuable for us because it helps us, weave a narrative into what actually is happening. It's also very nice, just in general, just to have that context.
Yeah, it definitely helps us at least kind of figure out what's going on instead of just having 5 champions and 5 champions picked. But we'll see if they share it with us. If not, we'll kind of just have to wait here, talk to
Twiddle
you
our
guys
thumbs
a
a
bit,
little bit.
just kind of see what's all going on.
Yeah. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We
Welcome
are
back.
in pick ban again, but draft some picks and bans that might not make a lot of sense for right now. Talk to me about these bans.
I definitely think we're seeing. I mean, it's pretty much a lot of the same so far. I think only things we're going to change is I think set was taken off the table, which I don't think that's always a bad pick or a bad ban. But really, I mean, they got to figure out. I hope. I don't know if Nocturne's going to be picked again because that just completely ran over TA right there.
Yeah,
Hello?
that Nocturne pick was pretty
Okay.
good.
So yeah, similar bans except set is now being taken off the table instead of the. I believe it was the Zoe. Zoe has been left up, so we'll see if it's actually taken up here in this first rotation. I don't know if the teams are going to lock in.
I think they're
Exactly.
locking in their roles specifically.
Okay, yeah, so that is
it
going to be
appears that we're going straight down the line again.
yeah, Jax, Camille locked in, so those are going to be the top lane matchup. Then we have Zach Kindred in the
Okay,
jungle.
interesting.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't know if it was Kindred into Zach or Zach into Kindred because personally, I think if you're going to pick Kindred into Zach, you're going to have a bad time. That's just my personal opinion on that, though. And it looks like we're going to have Zoe versus LeBlanc in the mid lane. This, of course, is a mid lane. Really, it's a skill matchup from what we kind of know about this.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit LeBlanc favored.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe struggles to stay away from her as well as she'd like to. She doesn't really have any dashes. LeBlanc has, up to 2 gap closers, up to 2 roots there, and just a ton of damage. So it's a little bit hard for Zoe, but I think that the main onus is going to be on Kindred to make sure Zoe doesn't get
Mm-hmm.
too far pressured to the point where LeBlanc is roaming all over the map doing whatever she wants.
Yeah, we also do see that York ban coming out again from Baron. So I don't know if this is really a comfort pick for Dakota, but this has forced him onto the Jax, which, I mean, Jax, I mean, he's still incredibly prevalent if he's able to get going and actually get to that 3-item power spec I think he has. Well, most champions have, but specifically, I think he really becomes unstoppable once he hits that.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I would say that I like the draft here out of TA a little bit better than I liked their last draft.
Yeah,
This
I
one makes
definitely think
yeah, it makes a little more sense.
Nautilus, I definitely would prefer the Nautilus over the Thresh. Kingswim didn't look super comfortable on it. I mean, he did have some good hooks, but I didn't see a lot of key dark passages to really help out his team.
Yeah,
But hopefully, I
there.
mean,
I mean,
hopefully
I
the
think there was a
Nautilus.
couple that saved him from the Nocturne ult, but nothing. Nothing game changing.
Mhm. I definitely like that Skyhawk now has a little bit more mobility with the Jashan. I think he was actually deathless on the Jin, so really, really great game being played out from him. And then I think him and Shay are just gonna run rampant this game on the LeBlanc and Tristana from how think this draft looks.
Okay,
I don't know. That's personally how I take it. I
I think
don't
that
know.
Shakes as a player we saw last game very aggressive.
Yeah, definitely.
And
He was really bullying up Isaac there in the mid lane on that Vigar. But of course, I
yeah,
think
and
Oriana
later in
has
fights
that
he was
capability.
flashing into the back line and stuff like that, getting
Yeah, definitely.
incredible shockwaves.
Definitely. I mean, his shockwaves were really important. Always 2 or 3 man. Maybe I think there was 1 4-man if I remember correctly. But definitely, obviously knows how to use that Oriana ult very well.
Yeah,
But
so this
we
game looking forward,
another
yeah,
Bard pick here for Frosty. I don't know about the Bard. I think there are better supports. He didn't do a terrible job. I just think there's a lot more potential there for a more. I mean, the Thresh was open. Maybe have Frosty pick Thresh for hook into hook, but I know Nautilus actually does very well in the Thresh personally.
yeah, he's very good against the champs that like to engage, the
Mhm.
support champs specifically that like to engage. Um, the problem I'm seeing is Shakes is going to be such a menace here, such a big threat for Jin, who really doesn't have ways to escape immediately. Right, Jin is great at kiting, but LeBlanc doesn't really care if you kite. Right, she's gonna get in your face, lock you down, and get out.
Yeah, she has
And
more
Nautilus really
gap
struggles
pushes,
to deal with that
so.
too. Yeah, both of those bot lane champs for TA very ill equipped to deal with a LeBlanc. So, uh, that's already a pretty weak lane, I would say, into Tristana Bard. It's relatively safe into Tristana Bard, but any outside influence like a Zac or like a LeBlanc, who are both, really want to be in your face all the time, it's gonna be difficult for them.
Yeah, and we have another Jin. I don't know if this was just to take it away from Skyhawk, because like I said, he had a good game on Jin, but it wasn't. I don't feel like it was the
It wasn't
camel.
game
It wasn't.
changing.
It wasn't breaking the camel's back for TA. I really think it was that Nocturne pick.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
And I mean, I think taking that off the table was a very smart move by them, just making so they don't have to deal with it again. But now I mean, maybe JC3 really loves playing Jin, so hopefully we'll see a great performance out of him this game. He did rather well comparatively in that last game, but hopefully he'll maybe shine a bit more this game.
Yeah, and we have Skyhawk playing the exact opposite of what he played last time. He played Ezreal, who was, trying to run away, trying to sustain himself and play, safely. And now he's on Tristana, who.
Oh, Skyhawk was actually playing the Jin last game.
Oh, you're right. It was JC3. It was
Mhm.
JC3 on the. Well, either way, both of those champions very reserved, very safe, very distance oriented. Tristana likes to get up in your face and do whatever she can.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely very interested in how this top lane match. Because I mean, early on in that last game, we saw Dakota and I'm just gonna call him Noodle. I really prefer that summer name over Noodle. Noodle Wagons. Noodle Wagon.
Noodlo Wagons, yeah. Yeah,
Noodle
it's
Wagon.
rough. That's a rough name to
All right,
pronounce
you
for us.
you can read
He's
TA.
Noodles. He's Noodles. It's fine.
Yeah, Noodles has a. Oh, we actually have a super fan of Cloud9. I don't know if I saw that the first time, but
I'm not sure it was on the screen for
jump on
us
the
first
bandwagon more there, kid.
time. A little bit of toxicity from Gintandi already.
We've seen plenty of toxicity tonight. I don't think a little bit
I
more
think we
flame
all
is
can
gonna
say,
be
yeah.
I don't think a little more flame is gonna hurt anybody there. But Kindred already marking out Zac. Maybe might look for some early invades onto him. See if she can pour down some early damage. Maybe pick up an extra or an early mark or two. Especially because I don't know how her clear time is compared to Zac's. I don't think I've actually ever seen this matchup.
Kindred has a little bit better of a time, I would say, than Zach does. Neither really struggle at all.
Yeah, no, of course not. I definitely think they both have great passive regeneration. Well, passive regeneration for jungle clears is what I mean by that.
I
But
love
no,
that little penguin.
I definitely want to see this top lane matchup between Dakota and Noodle Wagons. I think the Camille versus Jax, it can really go.
It's very
I'm
skill
not.
oriented.
Yeah, I think it's actually really skill oriented. I think you can say that actually about a lot of top lane matchups, where it's not just clear one has a distinct advantage over the other.
Yeah, that is much more common, I'd say, in the mid lane. It's less focused on who wins that lane,
Mhm.
loses it. So teams are willing to go into more stalemate matches because they know that the top lane isn't really where the influence is likely to come from,
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it has kind of reverted back to that island, maybe the 2v2 or the 2v1 you see up there, of course. But around 8 minutes now, we do have that rotation of the top lane from the bot lane to see if they can get that pick or to get that Rift Herald early.
Oh, a good hook. There's the passive going to get the root. Tristana taking a lot of damage right at the start. Great trade there for TA.
And I'm really happy to see that. We're already a minute and a half in. I think we've seen more aggressive plays coming out from TA's bot lane than we did the entire last game. I think that's just a great play style that they're going to have to go for.
Yeah,
Wow.
you definitely like to see King Swim going
Yeah,
aggressive.
really a prolonged trade there in the mid. Everybody, I think the banter that happened in that pregame lobby really fired up both
Yeah,
teams. To start
they
fighting.
have
They
a
are
lot
not
more going
happy
than
with
just
each
this
other.
tournament at this point. I can agree. I like that Jack skin too. Wow, that looks really cool in game.
And definitely, I think JC3 and Kingston have really put this bot lane on lock, and I know that Skyhawk and Frosty kind of had the advantage in the last game, but now they're back and ready to play. I'm really looking forward to it. We already have an 11-3 CS advantage here for chat or for Jin.
The future favors the versatile.
Yeah, that early trade definitely gonna
Make
leave
Skyhawk
some
really
scars.
think about make Skyhawk really think about leaving the safety of his turret early on against the Jin Nautilus.
Yeah. Daytime's here. There's the chain. Doesn't matter though. Sleep
Ooh.
Trouble Bow gonna land, but no more damage really coming out.
Aw,
Uh-oh, here's Zach in the top side though. There's the knock-up to bring him back. He's gonna try to use that E. Make sure nobody else can damage him.
yeah, he really wants that cannon. He's gonna secure it. But LeBlanc actually flashing in the mid lane. I think it was off camera. I don't know if we were able to see it. Maybe it was just a little bit of a misstep. Or was it from that gank?
Oh, Daytime in trouble now. Shakes is here. Gonna miss the chain though. A flash used, and the red buff tick gonna be there. Daytime gonna get taken down by Zach here.
And
Another root landing onto both champions, actually. Oh, JC3 getting dangerously low. Skyhawk gonna use his heal. Both sides using their heal. Skyhawk gonna be the one that walks away with that one. There's another jump forward, and Kingswim taking so much damage. But here's Zach in the mid lane. Shake's gonna probably walk away with that one. Yeah, down he goes to the ignite.
wow.
Down
Every
Isaac
single lane.
goes.
So much action right now, and immediately pings come out onto that Skull Crab for Zach. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Zach is gonna take away that Skull Crab, denying the mark from Daytime. But a really unfortunate play down in the bot lane. Kingswim actually hooked onto Tristana, which is actually would be really great, except he denied the damage from the root from Jin. And so I think
Yeah,
Jin was really
just
banking on that.
unfortunate a
And the
little bit.
second that damage was negated, Skyhawk jumps forward and really goes for the full-on initiation to get that 4-stack bomb onto JC3. We've had a bit of a lull now as people go back to really buy. We have LeBlanc picking up the Amplifying Tome Dark Seal, and then Zoe actually opting for the Dark Seal himself as well. I really don't know how I feel about picking up the Dark Seal. I mean, I know it really does help with mana regeneration, as you.
Yeah,
I
it helps.
think
It helps the corrupting pot do a lot more.
Mhm.
So I don't hate it.
Yeah,
But not a
think-
good precedent to be set.
I'm not
by-
sure if he picked it up incredibly late last game, or if I just didn't notice that he had it. But we'll definitely have to see. This top lane matchup going pretty interesting here. Oh.
for
Sleep
those
with Trouble
corrupting
Bubble is
pot
a
lanes.
miss.
The Dark Seal makes a little bit more sense. First Drake will be a Mountain Drake this game as well. Nobody really benefiting.
Already,
from
yeah,
Mountain
already
Drake
6 minutes in, and nobody
either
has
side
really
much.
looked at it yet. I mean, Kindred and Zoe are postering up for, it looks like, no, I think we actually have the bot lane rotating up, and they're gonna use the scrying plant to clear out
Will at the
the,
very least be some action. Daytime is here. Zach does have his passive, and Frosty is here. Skyhawk going to be the first 8 to get into this fight, but Shake's on the roam way faster than his counterpart in Isaac. And Skyhawk's still going forward, maybe too far forward this time around. Zach might just die to the Mountain Drake, but he doesn't. He's actually still alive.
Oh.
So no deaths except for Daytime there, and he's already respawned. He's on his way back down here. Frosty W looking for someone to hit. But gonna use that magical journey to get himself into safety. So the Drake still not taken, but a big fight there. Ultimately going the way of Baron.
Yeah, I think Isaac actually ran towards the mid lane to clear a wave that Shakes had pushed up to his tower and kind of left Daytime there alone, even though they spotted the Zac out in the river. I think if Isaac had stayed there, they might have been able to actually posture for a better fight and maybe actually secure the kill or two.
Yeah. Oh, Jin almost taking the Scuttle Crab away, but just half a second too late there.
And we do have Tiamat's being completed for both the top laners at the exact same time, so they will come back to lane, and we will start seeing probably a lot more heavy brawls up there in the top lane. as I don't think these these top laners really want to stay around and just farm for the entire game,
Yeah, I'd agree.
especially with how
And I think
aggressive
it's
we
gonna
see
be
Dakota, the
gonna be a
in-game
lot harder.
lobby.
Yeah, yeah. They want to fight after.
They're,
after
they're
all
gonna
that talk.
they're gonna be fighting plenty up there in the top lane. I don't think we have to worry about anything. Right now, JC3 was doing very well, securing himself a gold lead there with CS, but 2 kills going over for Skyhawk, I think, is just going to completely negate it. And yet, we do see a roughly 300 gold lead there for Skyhawk on that Tristana. Like I said, just a little bit of trading there.
Ooh, lots of damage. Noodlo Wagon's gonna use his ultimate to try to get out. A flash and a flash.
Oh,
To clean
no.
that one up. That's gonna be a solo kill in the top lane.
Yeah, very close. Both these top players were really going aggro, and it looked like the fight could go either way. Unfortunately, Nulo just not able to do it. Oh, Isaac might actually have this kill secured here.
Not
No,
enough.
the creep wave was coming up, so Shakes got very lucky. This is, I think, a much better game for Isaac. I don't think the Vigo is really his comfort. Right now, he's looking a lot better on the Zoe, I feel. A lot of sleepy trouble bubbles have landed, despite LeBlanc being kind of a slippery character. He's been able to nail a couple. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
he
and
didn't die to that gank.
that's gonna guarantee some damage most of the time. Oh, and a great sleepy trouble bubble here, but 3 people in the mid lane from Baron.
Mhm.
That could have been
Yeah.
terrible timing for
And
Isaac.
like I said, Shakes has been doing, I mean, not Shakes, I'm sorry. Isaac has been doing pretty well in the Zoe. He has relatively decent farm for, I think, 9 minutes on a Zoe.
Yeah, definitely could be worse. LeBlanc is about at where we'd expect to see her. It's not a champion that likes to farm. Not a champion that has a good time farming.
And having 1 kill and 2 assists, I mean, I definitely think, I think he's doing plenty fine himself. We got some
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
early deep vision there for the side of Baron
Ooh,
on that.
Dakota going in. No counter-strike quite yet, and he's going to get Noodlo Wagons to burn that hook shot and get out.
Actually, that was really well timed there by Dakota. He dodges the sweeping attack from Camille there, and jumps immediately onto him, gets the Conqueror proc, and forces Noodlo to immediately back out because he's nowhere near Conqueror, and Dakota immediately started that fight with it.
So Drake being started in the bottom side of the map by 3 members here. We're going to see Daytime take down that Rift Herald, but in response, we're going to get a Mountain Drake going the way of Baron. Shakes looking for Isaac, but he's got low mana and he's drowsy now. Good ultimate from Bard here going to land, and that's going to set up a bunch of CC, or a flash rather, from Isaac. There's the root, but no follow-up from anyone inside of TA.
Yeah, definitely a good potential chase there from Baron. I think it was smart to back out. Shakes was at very low mana, and they actually allowed Daytime to pick up a mark there up in the top.
Oh, Zach's going in. Just kidding. Shakes is one in trouble. Or is he? The Drowsy going to land. Where's Zoe with the damage? On the backside of the fight, Shakes is going down. He's going to fall, but in response, he's going to trade King Quim. And Shakes ends up out alive. 1 for 1 there.
Oh, unfortunate. Frosty W actually ignited the clone, which is always something that you hate to see. But they do have Rift Herald, and nobody's here in the mid lane. They all have to back. They can push this up and
That's a
actually
3-man
look to
mid.
secure. They could secure a first turret with this.
Gonna drop the Rift. Good call.
Oh, no, I don't think that was the call there. I think you wait to get a couple plates down so you get the true damage from the charge. Unless they can take out... No, it's only going to be 1 plate taken down by...
You gotta get it down to about 2.5 plates there if you want to kill the entire turret.
Yeah,
But
they will get it down to there's 1 plate left. Or at least just
a
the
good
big
influx
pound.
of gold there. And a Drowsy gonna land. Here comes Frosty W on the backside of the fight. He's got Noodlo Wagons there with him. No stun gonna land there though. Daytime looking actually to flash Shakes. He's not gonna end up getting the kill there. And JC3's in a ton of trouble. Frosty gonna clean that one up. Daytime rather, on the other side of the map, he's gonna burn his ultimate. But he's got 4 people running at him. There's really nothing he can do. A Drowsy gonna land on the Shakes here again. And Isaac just barely not gonna take that one down. And actually, I think that it was Skyhawk that he landed that Frosty, or that Sleepy Trouble Bubble, rather, onto.
Yeah,
No,
I
Skyhawk's
definitely...
in the bot lane. I don't know who he hit. It might have been Camille. Who knows?
Yeah, it was
really? Who
definitely
really
Camille with
tell?
that last Sleepy Trouble bubble.
Got it.
But a
And the
lot of
response,
damage.
the counter push here in the mid lane.
I think there was a little bit of a disconnect there for JC3 and Daytime. They both pushed forward to try to secure the kill on Shakes, but judging from his health now, I don't think he was anywhere close to death. I don't know
Well,
if
there's a lot. There's a lot you can regen from on that
Oh, he
side.
did. I think he did burn through all the charges on his corrupting potion, so that
Yeah.
would.
Yeah. He was pretty low. It was maybe a heads up play there that both of them went for. And
Yeah, but I think
I'm
if you
assuming
kill Shakes,
Frosty
you
saved
don't
him with
make
his
that.
W or something along those lines.
Still, I'm liking this team comp despite the kill lead that Baron has accrued for themselves. There's still only 1,000 gold. I mean, Jax solo took 3 plates up top, and he's about to take a 4th.
Well, it is 1K at only 13 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm not counting them out by any means. TA still has a chance in this game.
Oh, I
But
mean, the
if
fact that you have a
you're
Jax on your
Baron,
team,
this
I
is
think
what you want to be doing.
If it goes past 30 minutes and you have a Jax on your team, I think the game is over.
Yeah, Jackson Zoe definitely going to be super impactful, as well as having 2 consistent AD threats. Uh-oh, but here's Zach on the other side. He's gonna maybe no knockup gonna land into the tower there. He's gonna blow the flash of Dakota and just call that one a day. I'm really struggling with the Zach's name, man.
No, I wouldn't even go for it.
Dave time gonna get caught, and an ultimate from Frosty. The chain gonna land as well to secure the kill onto by Shakes onto Isaac.
Dakota's still trading aggressively right now.
He uses the dredge line to get out and then just kind of hovers. Gets hit by Shakes' root. Three people mid looking for that tier 1 for this first tower, some of that gold. It is past 14 minutes. So these towers are significantly weaker now. Oh, no. Sleepy Trouble actually does connect on the backside. Isaac might just have some time for some damage. Zach going to do his part to tank up what would have been a ton of damage from the Shakes. Dredgeline going to connect. There's the root from Jin as well. How much damage can they put down? Skyhawk on the backside, looking for a lot of damage. He's going to blow the ultimate of the Nautilus. Sort of as a disengage tool there. And walk away with that trade pretty handily. Zach's on the side. He's looking for the elastic slingshot, it appears. Skyhawk not in a great spot to fight now, though. About 1/3 HP on him.
Actually, I think if he had sight of the Bard, he should have immediately ulted there. Oh, and it looks like
wants something.
I think Baron know exactly where Kindred is, as they just pinged the top quadrant of their jungle.
Yeah.
I think
No
Noodlo is
wards that we can see that would have spotted him out at this point, though. So maybe just an intelligence thing that they can just track him.
just kind of, I guess, assuming where he is, as he hasn't been on the map in quite a while. It looks like he's still just farming up. He hasn't really been collecting any marks, though. He still only has that one from the first Scuttle Crab he took. So really great job to Baron denying him these marks. But we will see a lot of first-time completions here for the side of TA. So hopefully they might be able to use this power to kind of draw it back a little in their favor. But that will be
second Drake being taken here by Baron, though. Says otherwise. King Swim gonna get a ward down right as it dies. Gonna get in some trouble with Frosty W.
I still think
Dakota looking for the tower. He says, I don't care about you, man. I want that gold.
And we will have an Ocean Drake this game, which I think really suits the playstyle TA is going for. Which I've kind of got a feel that they're looking for that split push game.
Oh, Shakes wants in. He's gonna get the Ignite as the last tick. He's unstoppable at this point. 5-0 and 2 on that LeBlanc. And despite the fact that he is technically down in CS, he is up almost 2,000 gold. Yeah, most of this gold lead is actually coming from the mid lane and only.
Oh, yes.
Oh, an unfortunate timing on the Isaac. He's going to blow his flash to get out, but a flash is the response, and the passive going to be burned here. Zach. Oh, but a great ultimate from Frosty W means Shakes gets the kill. What a heads-up play there. 1 for 0. Wow. Great timing on the Tempered Fate there. gonna have to stem the bleeding a little bit more here. If I'm the side of TA, because some of these fights that LeBlanc is getting to take are crazy, and it just feels like the communication, at least in my opinion, from Baron seems to be a little bit better. Getting that
right now,
fade in and getting a tier 2 tower dive essentially. To
I
go
really
off
think a major
successfully
portion of
seems-
this is the jungle. It looks like it's the jungle difference. I mean, I know a lot of people say that, but right now, I mean, we just have 1-1-6 on the Zach, who has made plays all over the map and really contributed to Shakes getting so far ahead. And Daytime just hasn't really been able to keep up. And I don't know if that's just from kind
Oh,
of
Shakes.
out well
He's
for
in
him.
1v2. He's in a bad spot. The depth charge going to land on him. Back in the top lane, Dakota's in a 1v2 as well. Zach and Camille dealing so much damage to him. But he is quite tanky, actually. Oh, a great interrupt there. Prevents the Q from landing. And Zach doesn't have his passive, but it doesn't seem to matter. Nulo Wagon's going to walk away with that one.
I still think Baron has to really think about that, what happened up there in the top lane. It might not have looked close, but if that had been played just slightly different, I think we would have seen a 2-0 for Dakota up there in the top lane.
Yeah, that was... He did surprising amounts of damage while being really, really tanky. And he doesn't have any tank items right now. Before that recall, he did not have nearly as many items as he does. That would be a tower in the top lane getting taken down by Baron. Their map play seems to be significantly better, I would say, over these last 2 games than what we've seen from TA. Now, that's not to say, this game or this series or anything like that is over by any means, right? Definitely weirder turnarounds have happened, but this trend is not looking great if you're a TA fan.
Yeah, this will be a second Rift Herald picked up here for the side of Baron. So definitely looking to take out a couple more. Well, that's all outer turrets there for Baron. So I guess they want to try to get some extra damage onto one of these second tier turrets.
We can certainly try. Dakota just gonna wait out the elastic slingshot from Zach there.
Shakes isn't going to try his hand at 1v1 Kingswim, despite the fact that he has 6 kills. He's a very strong LeBlanc at this point in the game. 20 minutes in, he's probably about to finish his Void Staff there.
The only MR coming from the Merc Treads on Kingswim. He is nowhere near as tanky as he wants to be.
The only MR on the entire team for TA is those Merc Treads.
Yeah, wow.
They're very, very bold there to try it. Basically fight a LeBlanc.
Oh, Frosty W. Okay, Kingswim not really. Again, Kingswim not there for the follow-up. Feel like he should have been there. He had the depth charge. I don't know.
Yeah, that will be Void Staff being complete over for the side of Baron. So LeBlanc is now just incredibly strong.
Yeah,
I really
we
think
have
she can probably one-shot
2 penetration
anybody on the
items
team.
and a Luden's Echo on LeBlanc at this point.
Mhm.
Plus a 10 stacked.
Yeah, that is a Dark Seal.
Oh. And from what we saw in this pre-game chat, that needs to become a Majai's. If we want to get real spicy, that needs to be.
Yeah, if you really want to be
That's the
feast
way to
famine.
tilt a team.
Ooh,
Classic slingshot being charged. Gonna get called off. Dakota on the side, and they don't really want to risk it with him. They know pretty
I
powerful.
don't know. This
despite
could
the
be a good fight for
Shakes. You are a dangerous lad. Uh-oh, here comes Dakota, and there's the curtain call as well. Dakota gonna have to flash out. He's taking so much damage. Oh, and a great ultimate there from Daytime might secure his life. Nulo Wagon's gonna use the stopwatch. Daytime, unfortunately, gonna fall on the backside. Depth charge is gonna knock 3 people up. Zach very, very close to dying here. He is gonna fall. Passive available though. Just kidding. No, he does not have his passive. So no jungler for either team here now. And Isaac gets to poke as much as he wants, unless Shakes has something to say about it. Let me eat my words immediately. A teleport comes in from Nulo Wagons, and he's gonna use his E to get over the wall, clean up JC3. That's a 4-for-1. And an Ocean Drake to boot. That's sole point there. Not the team you want to have that on. 7-0-4 on this LeBlanc. Shakes just playing like a menace.
Yeah, I definitely think that's really unfortunate there for TA. It was not looking bad, but just And they played alongside that wall, and that's not where you want to fight if the team has drag or if the enemy team has a incredibly fed LeBlanc and the control of Dragon Pit. You definitely do not want to be coming at them from over that wall.
Yeah, and that just kind of felt like desperation for JC3 and Isaac today to try to prevent just an Ocean Drake from falling, and both ultimately losing their lives. When you see that Camille TP, you know, you've got to back out, and you don't just get to jump over and call it a day. She has that hook shot to follow you. So,
Oh, I know. I definitely think. I mean, by that point, by the time the TP came through, I think it was just kind of lights out for both of them. They were just ensuring that the dragon wasn't taken. But I don't know if Baron was even going to go for the dragon. I don't think they hadn't started it up again. And only after Shakes reinitiated and killed Isaac did they actually say, "Okay, let's do this."
yeah. I feel like they didn't have the time, really. And then, you know, they kill 2 more people. Okay, if someone comes, it's a 3v5 at best.
Yeah, and that is a
TA
Riptide
now.
being
We
spawned in
get
the
to
mid
take
lane,
this
so
for
I
free.
think it actually will.
Oh, no. Zach might get burned down here. He does have his passive back up. He's just buying all the time in the world for that mid-tier 2 to go down, but it looks like it's going to cost him his life. Frosty W trying his best, and Shake's trying his best as well. Shake's going to use the Zanyas there. Noodle Wagon's actually dealing a ton of damage. Down goes the tank in the front line. Nautilus is gone, and Shakes actually walks out alive. Noodle Wagon's the next one to fall, and in comes the Tristana Skyhawk, looking to deal so much damage. He's kiting hard now on the back line, but Dakota, such a raid boss at this point. He ends up falling, and that's a 5-2. Not looking great for TA here. Their base
One thing
sure to get cracked.
I really don't like this Kindred pick. I don't know if it just didn't play out the way they envisioned it, but I really think that it hasn't really been working for anyone.
Yeah, I think that leaving LeBlanc open, especially after, I mean, I guess you can't ban on everything, but especially after the performance that we saw last game from Shakes on Oriana of all things, this dude knows how to be an assassin.
Well, it's really unfortunate because Isaac was not doing bad in the lane.
Oh no, the curtain call gonna come down. Skyhawk has to have some fancy feet here. And ultimately he will prevail. He walks away for now.
You know, Isaac wasn't doing bad in that 1v1 though. I do want to point that out. He did have a lot of extra jungle assistance from
Yeah, for
or
how
from
the lane should have been going, right? We know that this is a LeBlanc favorite lane, but for how the lane should have been going, Isaac was doing okay. He had a CS advantage. He still has a CS advantage. You know,
he was poking Shakes out for actually quite a few times.
Yeah, he was landing sleepy trouble bubbles that he had no business landing. Right, so good on him for you know, taking the initiative and fighting this lane valiantly. But like at the end of the day, you're against the LeBlanc, and she's got a ton of early assistance.
Now, they still have to be careful. Triforce has been completed up here.
Oh, Noodle Wagon Dakota gonna get ulted here by Noodle Wagons and by the Zac, and Zac actually gonna be the one who ends up cleaning it up. Not really where you want your gold at this point in the game. He would rather have assists and let those carries do their thing. It's a pretty expensive build out of Camille, but
Yeah, I mean, I
take him
think
where you can get him, I
Camille's
guess.
still doing pretty well. I really just think at this point, I think they got to really figure out what they're going to do for this final game, because right now the weak point has been the jungle, and you need to find a way to get daytime.
Oh no, King Swim gonna be the sacrificial lamb. Shakes on the backside of the fight, almost destroying these ADCs. Down goes one to Skyhawk. He's gonna use his jump, and he's gonna get the second as well. And they go into the base. I love this. Here they go.
I really think this is going to
I
be the
really
end of the
thought
game
more was
here.
gonna happen there. I don't know what I expected, but I was ready for it. And,
Well, the end of the game is what you're expecting, I think.
yeah, guess
Anybody's
so.
looking to stop it.
I don't know. I guess I forgot they took the mid inhibitor earlier, and so I saw that Bard was going in, and I thought it was going to be spicy, but you know the base is just dying at this point. Not a lot happening.
Yeah, Shakes definitely showing that he means business, and
Yeah, that was a clean game. 27 minutes, just about.
I definitely
25,
think we will see a
26 to
LeBlanc
5.
ban for this next game.
There better be a LeBlanc ban. There was in the last one, I think, and that's just a really, really solid champion.
Yeah, let's take a look at those damage charts, see what we have. We have, wow, a 5k addition or more damage than anybody in the game for Shakes in just a 26-minute game. So definitely a
Yeah.
super impressive performance coming out from him.
Impressive performance from Skyhawk. He had some really great engages. And you know, we talked a lot about shakes throughout that game. So I'm just giving a little bit of credit where credit is due for Skyhawk here.
Hmm. Yeah, I really feel bad though because Isaac that was actually a very interesting mid lane matchup to fight there, and I think it was going really well.
Yeah. And look at the damage graphs. Look at that. Almost 20,000 damage there in a 27-minute game for Blanc. Just disgusting. All right, and we are going to be loading, you know, back into the next game. We're going to get into this game lobby as soon as possible, but they will be using Pro Draft. So for now, us casters are going to take a little bit of a break, you know, rest our voices, do all that sort of thing. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back as soon as this game is ready for you guys to view. right, folks, welcome back. Pro Draft has been completed. And we are ready to bring you this game.
Yeah, so of course we will
Picks
have.
and bans get
I'll go ahead.
action.
Yeah, so we will have BB over or BBB Baron over on the blue side again for this game, and TA will take up residence back on that red side. It looks like we have the same bands starting out. I mean Syndra, Echo, and Sejuani all being taken off the table again in this first rotation.
Yeah, I mean expected stuff. I'm guessing we're gonna see a LeBlanc ban out of respect.
Yeah,
If they don't
I,
do it, Shakes just runs it back and wins this game like he did the last one.
yeah, definitely. We will see. I mean, of course, that third ban from TA most likely going to be the LeBlanc, but we will have to wait and see. Darius now being
I don't
taken
know
off
what
the
this
table again.
Darius ban is about.
I mean, right now it's
Dakota
probably a
hasn't
lot
really
of.
been doing much with these lanes. No offense to
I mean,
him.
no, the first game on Trinity, he wasn't doing terrible, or I think he was actually doing rather well in the early game. It's just really, I mean, it's been the jungle difference.
The Bard, they think Frosty is the one to do it, so they leave LeBlanc open and Set open.
Looks like it's
Aatrox
gonna be.
Trundle picked. Okay.
I mean, all right, that wouldn't be bad if it's only set as the tank. So let's see, Lee Sin immediately picked in for BBB's jungler. I'm excited. Are you
See, that's
excited?
really weird.
I'm excited.
Usually Trundle doesn't get picked unless Sejuani is already locked in, but they banned Sejuani first rotation. So unless we don't see some tanks that they know about already,
Hmm. And Zoe gonna be locked in again for Isaac, and I think that's
I
a
don't
good.
hate it.
I actually really like it. He was doing moderately well, and there's the little Blanc ban.
Okay. So Diana picked after second ban phase happens. Looks
Yeah,
really weird in this draft because we're seeing the aftermath of what already occurred. But I'm guessing LeBlanc goes through. Shakes is gonna take LeBlanc, but we see the ban happen. So Diana is the pivot.
yeah. So I do like the fact that Isaac was able to get Zoe again into Diana. I don't know if. I mean, I don't know how well Diana's going to do into Zoe. I think personally it's going to do rather well because you can just dash onto Zoe's since she is now on your E, so much lower cooldown, and you also
Ivern
have access.
ban. What are you
Ivern,
doing?
I don't know at this point. I mean,
Nocturne's available.
yeah, I mean, we already see Lee Sin has been locked in, but it makes you wonder, just I mean, how far like they really not
Okay,
think
there's the
and
Zach
Zach
ban. I was gonna
actually
say
banned
Zach is
away.
available, but I was assuming, yeah.
At this point, we shouldn't even probably talk about bans because I mean they already know what everyone's
It's
pick is.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard to
Well,
turn
I'm
it on.
assuming this is just a shot for shot redraft. Everything that they picked banned getting redone,
Yeah,
or just saving some time by not having to rotate picks around and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Oh, please. Yes. Tristana Blitzcrank into
Blitzkrieg
Miss
will be locked in
Fortune
there.
Janna.
Ooh,
Anyone that gets hooked in that entire team is just dead. We have one dash on the team, and that's in Dakota in the top lane. You can consider Zoe's ultimate a
nah,
dash.
it puts you
It
right
does its
back.
job to dodge the Blitzcrank hook. All right, like if you do it properly, there's some counterplay there, right?
I don't know.
However,
I think you have to time it pretty well too, and
you got
I
to
mean
time it super well.
you line yourself up perfectly if you use it.
Oh no! And Isaac coming into the Twitch chat saying probs over I'm tilted. Wink face. We'll see what that spells out for the future. He's probably bantering, right? He's bantering, right?
Possibly, we'll have to see.
Isaac, please say it's just banter, man. All right, let's talk about these top lane matchups. Set versus Aatrox, two of the premier picks
Hmm.
that you want to see in the top lane. I love both of these champions. Not sure how Aatrox fares into Set. Haven't seen a lot of that matchup, to be honest, because one of them is usually banned.
Hmm.
So
I'm
interested to see
definitely
what happens up in the top lane. I think it's going to be another slugfest. I think it's just going to be Dakota wants to be, pretty damn far away from Set. Anytime Set gets anywhere near you, you got to run. So
well. I mean, definitely from the playstyle we've seen both of these players taking, Dakota definitely is going to be wanting to. I think he's going to want to brawl, no matter if he has the advantage, no matter if he won't actually be able to win. I think he's still going to try to go for the 1v1 every single chance he gets. but we'll have to see. I mean, maybe he'll play smart. Maybe he'll actually beat the set. I don't know if Aatrox is able to beat the set because I actually think set probably might have the advantage there. But and then also, I mean, right now, I mean, it's all eyes are gonna be on Lee Sin right now.
Agreed.
He
That's the early game PowerPoint
he has been
from
so
any point in
incredibly
this game.
dominant in these games. From the first game where I believe he had 9 kills on that Nocturne pick. And now, I mean, in his last game, he was all over the map, creating pressure in every single lane to the point where Daytime really couldn't even stand up straight against him. There was nothing he could do.
I think that was also not to flame Daytime at all. I think Kindred not the smartest pick into that.
Yeah, I don't even
team
know.
that we
That might
already
not
saw.
have even been a call from Daytime. I mean, of course, in teams in a 5v5, your pick is really not ultimately your decision. It's kind of whatever the shot caller makes, whatever the team really determines.
Sure,
who
team comp factors into it, right?
I
But
mean, I definitely
I'm
think
I'm saying I guess I'm flaming whoever made the pick, right?
I
Made
definitely
that
think
call to
Kindred
pick
was
pick
either a
that
group decision or it was heavily favored by Daytime as it might be, I guess, a safe pick for him.
pocket pick or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
I
there's so much here at
there's so much that we don't know about, so
yeah.
many things that we don't have access to know that it's
Right.
definitely
We
interesting to
can't
see.
weave a great narrative for you guys, spoken to these players and things like that, but we are doing our best to divine some information to try to come up with some sort of thread, some sort of plot line you guys can sort of
Yeah,
follow.
I don't know how I feel about the Janna. I I I think
I got to know when it
every,
was picked, man, because
everything
into
else.
Blitzcrank, worst champion you could pick.
I think everything else on that team lines up except for the Janna. And I mean, Leona's wide open. If
Leona
you
is
name
wide open.
name,
Nautilus, unpicked, unbanned.
I mean, yeah, Nautilus is open.
Oh,
Leona's
this
open.
draft,
Thresh is
man.
open. There's so many aggressive supports that have plenty of lockdown that pair
Yeah.
perfectly with MF.
I also
And you
the
pick Janna.
Trundle pick just I keep looking back at it and I keep thinking this is not where you want to be. They
Yeah,
have one dude who, Nulo Wagons played set, I believe, against Dakota game
yeah.
1.
He played against the Trinamir, and actually, I mean, Dakota did win early on from what we saw.
Yeah,
But
but my
of
point
course,
is like he didn't build tanky. He
no.
built
I think
damage set, right? He didn't
he had
go
one
Black Cleaver,
Randuin's.
Warmog's, Deadman's Plate, which is what standard set builds look like.
Yeah, he had the Randuin's, and that was it.
Yeah, well, he went Trinity Force into Randuin's, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You never want to be ulting someone who wanted to build Trinity Force.
yeah.
It just does
Definitely. I
not
mean,
feel good on Trundle. And
I don't know.
without a real tank to use and to steal stats from, not a lot gets done with that ultimate. So personally, I think that's a pretty big mistake here.
Yeah, I mean, J4 would have been, I think, such a
Oh,
much better
J4
pick.
would have been such a good setup
J4
for
and
this pick.
Leona is exactly what I want to see on the side
Yeah.
for TA. That would have been an amazing comp, a very easily executable comp. And
I
I
gotta
mean,
say I agree with you.
I think it would have stood up pretty well here against Baron. But we'll have to see. Maybe for all we know, this could be a very comfortable comp for them. They could make it work out very well. We do have an early invade. I mean, of course, with the Blitzcrank, it's to be expected. JC3 has to be very careful. They have spotted them out, but now they just have to make sure they stay safe.
Yeah, they're against the Blitzcrank, so safety is never a guarantee.
All right, so they have seen them leave, but do not. I hope they really don't go back in there. But and it looks like we have Trundle and Aatrox. They're actually starting over there towards the blue buff. Or well, no, actually Aatrox is just getting some vision down. Trundle's already back, and they're looking to go towards their blue buff. It looks like. Wow, so much early vision in that top or the. All the wards look to be in use except for Zoe's, who's just kind of sat by her tower in the mid lane.
And I don't hate that.
No,
There's
I
not a
mean
lot of
definitely. If
action
you
that
know
really
all
gets
five on
done.
the bot side, you might as well get some early vision in that top side.
Yeah. I like where Dakota is, I really do, but I don't mind that Isaac is just chilling by tower. There's a Blitzcrank in the game.
Oh no, of course not. I think it's the smart play. I mean, you're already down 2 games. No reason to go up and try to do anything crazy.
Just some riveting gameplay happening, guys.
Yep, we're really
Massacring of
just
minions.
kind of waiting. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna get explosive really quick. The second level 2 comes through for the Blitzcrank. I think they're gonna try look and make a play.
There it is,
Here it
and you
comes.
called it.
Oh, they
Up
do
they
push
go
the next
towards
tower,
the
but
main. I think that happens regardless.
yeah, I mean,
Whichever
of course,
side's
the
gonna hit
second
level 2.
the second level 2 happens, but I think Blitz and Thresh, of course, you really have to give the over respect.
Yeah, any hook champion really. Nautilus, Pike. They got a hook. You're stepping up level 2, and it's gonna be dangerous if the other team doesn't respect it. Okay, Noodlo Wagons. How are you gonna respond to all this damage you're taking, man? There's the double stun. He's gonna try to just walk away. Uses his W. He's gonna get a lot of damage actually traded back down on
Yeah.
the daytime.
It's a good thing.
The power of
Daytime
Set's W
dive.
right there. Frosty looking for a hook. He's gonna get it. It's gonna connect. JC immediately flashes away. He knows he's got nowhere. Uh-oh, Dakota wants in. He's gonna get hit. Quite a bit of flash out of him to back out. He lands all the sweet spots there, but if Noodlo Wagons lands that W, even just a little bit of it, right? Not even the true damage part.
We actually have
just wins the
Via
trade.
Jungle actually rotating up to the top, but
And
they're gonna-
Diana, yeah. Shake's on the move too. I love the aggressiveness out of Shakes. Just every game, it's relentless. It doesn't matter what champion he plays. Oh, Drowsy. Diana. Oh, and the auto attack just devastating the health bar. Shakes is and did not bring Corrupting Pot this game.
Dakota has to
See,
be really
recalling
careful
it
here.
too.
Lee's
That was pretty smart.
hovering towards the top.
Yeah, Lee Sin's spending a ton of time up there. Oh, a great flash! Where's the W? There it is, but it's not enough damage. So unfortunate. I love to see Set, man. He is such a fun champion to watch.
And he definitely is picked very frequently, so you get your wish a lot of the time.
Yep, perma pick ban. That champ. He is really, really strong. I think the only thing that's clearly better than him, just in terms of like the meta right now, is Orange,
Zorn. Yeah, of course it's gonna be the Orn.
which is definitely reasonable.
So we will have Cloud Drake as our first Drake of this this third match here.
Yep.
I'm really happy. We saw plenty of Cloud Drakes for those of you who tuned in for the
Yeah, it
battle.
was every single game, but I think final.
I think it was
Was it
2
Cloud
games.
Drake?
It was 2 games where it was every single
It was
game
an
was
Ocean
Cloud
and
Drake and Infernal, I think. Oh no, I'm thinking.
Oh, that is so unfair.
Ooh.
He gets out with literally less than 10 HP, single digit HP. No, he does not get out. Oh,
Ooh.
Lee Sin's in the area. He's gonna
Lee Sin
hold the wave. He flashes and uses that E to secure the first bloods. Just styling on him. Doesn't even wait for the
Making him burn the summoner. I think that's. I mean, that's. You're dead to rights. You're not getting out of there. Yeah, getting the flash when there's no way you were living. I think that's kind of actually worth it. And a little bit of a. I guess kind of a disrespect there from.
That definitely felt disrespectful. It was
BBB's
so
jungle.
unnecessary.
Definitely disrespecting.
So
Putting a little disrespect on that flashy, just for the small AOE damage that was coming through for him, instead of waiting for the second Sonic wave.
I mean, all he has to do is wait for the tower and get.
Yeah, wait for the minions to get in the tower and then go over the
Here
dive.
comes
easy, but-
daytime. Oh, and the pillar just barely too late. Frosty W in some trouble. He's gonna have to blow his flash. He gets slowed again though. There might have been damage. He's gonna throw a hook back out.
Oof.
But
A
if
little-
that hook
a
hits,
little
honestly,
late
I
on-
don't think
a
that you
little late on
live. So, interesting play there from Frosty. Blows the flash and survives though. Can't criticize too much.
Isaac actually already down 10 CS against the Diana.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the LeBlanc matchup. I think that might have skewed, a little bit of opinions on how well Zoe actually does get to farm. But if you have a melee champ just hanging out, just kidding. Rocket grab going in. There's the E from Tristana in as well. She cleans that one up. Lee Sin just getting a little bit of assist gold there.
And like I said,
from
I
that
really,
safeguard.
I really didn't like the Janna into this pick.
Yeah, just every time you get hooked, you're dead. There's almost no way out of it.
And I mean, I think it's just counteractive towards the MF. I don't think the extra AD is something that's really super beneficial. First off, I don't think defensive supports are super.
Oh,
in.
Nulo Wagons does not know that you can't walk forward to get out of that W from Aatrox. Oh no, so much damage too. I don't think the Haymaker is back available here for Nulo Wagons. It is. It's ready. Shakes is here. He's trying to bait Shakes. Or he's trying to bait Dakota into falling into Shakes,
Level
rather.
6-5. I don't know why I could Dakota.
Oh, Showstopper coming out. There's the World Ender from Dakota as well, but why even waste the cooldown, man? You're just dead.
Yeah, I think he tried to go for it. He tried to get the kill off before the Haymaker came through with that massive shield. But just too little too late. I don't know why you leave the safety of your tower when you're level 5 to the level 6.
Agreed.
I think he knew
Agreed.
the dive
Well,
possibly was coming.
Set
but-
is uniquely able to dive people under tower by pulling them through tower range into the area between tier 1 and tier 2 and just get a really safe tower dive there as well. So
Ooh,
that could have been a
Isaac.
consideration for Dakota as well, but you know, getting run down is no better than that happening. Oh my gosh. Yeah, King Swim gonna clean that one up. Not really who you want that goal to be going to, but
But I think it's that I don't get the kill.
yeah, it was a, well, no, Isaac used his ignite as well. So the Wagon's gonna correctly get out of the W this time. But Aatrox gonna put some damage down with that sweet spot Q. He's gonna try to stop the back. He successfully stops the back. It's gonna mean pretty bad CS timing there.
This wave is definitely gonna get cleaned up. Trundle's actually stealing away the Gromp.
Yeah. I respect that.
And right now, I mean,
One thing that
daytime.
Trundle is very uniquely good at, I would say, is invading and getting away with it. A stun gonna land again. He's gonna lose a cannon minion for half the health bar of Dakota there. I really like the early pickup of the Bramble Vest because Aatrox is pretty reliant on his healing.
Yeah, but this
with
is
the
actually
ult.
helping out Trundle a little bit. So once the team fights start happening, the more, I mean, as you said, the more resistances that set builds up, he's definitely gonna be the focus for Trundle.
Yeah, he's gonna be the target for the ultimate. He's gonna steal some of those stats, but even then,
You know, it's still only the one target,
it just
and it's
doesn't
not.
feel like a great pick. We'll see what ends up
No,
happening.
of course not.
Oh, and wow, JC3 flashes and sells out his. A bullet time gonna get used to trade the flash for Skyhawk.
The
but
flash and
a
the heal.
kill-
Both is coming out for Skyhawk there.
Yeah,
and
a kill gonna be
watched-
very much more important.
I think, I mean, Frosty W would have a much harder time in this lane if that was a Leona.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, if you pick Leona, Blitzcrank just doesn't get hit his hooks. I'm assuming.
Well, I
that
think, I
the
mean,
Jana
Leona
was
tries to
picked
get hooked every
before-
single time, but yeah.
I'm assuming
I
the Jana
hope
was
it
picked before the Misfortune and also before the Blitzcrank. Because it feels a little bit, you know, not super synergistic. Oh, an insect's gonna happen. And Shake's gonna get the ultimate onto 2. That's gonna be a ton of damage on his down. And there's a great showstopper to clean up daytime as well. Shake's just everywhere. Exactly where he needs to be. Great play out of this mid laner here.
Right
And
now, I
Richard
mean,
immediately popped in the top lane.
yeah,
Gonna
top
let that
lane is
one
dead.
go,
might
and
as well.
Nulo Wagons get all of that plating gold by himself.
That will be
Instead opting to
first
go
turret
invade.
there. Going out down the top lane.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it was already 2 down.
I think Blitzcrank just, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Blitzcrank
just yoinked the
yoinked
scuttle crab off
the scuttle crab.
there.
Said, hey, thanks. That one's mine. Getting another char. Oh my gosh. Another hook, another rocket grab onto Jana. She is just a magnet this game. Good damage going down from the Haymaker. You love to see those true damage procs, you know, do their job. Oh, and
The backstab
Sonic
is
wave.
released multiple times here.
Frosty, you are so mean. He misses the rocket grab. King Swim just not ulting where he needs to be ulting. Daytime's on the backside of the fight. Where's the pillar? There it is. Where's the rocket jump in response?
The rocket jump was
It's
used actually.
not available. Ignite down from King Swim just to try to secure it. If Daytime can get it, a great flash to avoid getting rocket grabbed as well. Daytime, pretty heads up play there. That's 1 and 1 and 0 for him. But he is down, 3 KP as well as almost 20 CS. So he's going to have to start picking up the pace a little bit here. And a Drake, and a Cloud Drake as well. He's down, 3 different things. Although, I will say Cloud Drake is much more of a team objective than it used to be. Or just Drakes in general, rather. It is a lot more difficult to secure that by yourself. It is such a highly contested thing. So, can't really blame him 100% for not having secured that first. We are going to see a fight here. A teleport coming in from Aatrox in the backside of the fight. I'm expecting an immediate World Ender out of him. There it is. He's fighting this backline, but Kingswim going to knock down the backline of BBB here. Ooh. And Dakota going to clean up the jungler. So crucially, Daytime's still alive and Lee Sin not alive. And here's a reversal of what we saw in the top lane earlier. Dakota actually winning this fight. Oh, but Daytime getting killed by Shakes. Oh, Rocket Grab just barely not going to connect onto Dakota. And it looks like the Drake is going to get started.
Noodle Wagon's
BBB.
actually making it out of there. Dakota missed too many skill shots. Or, well, too many abilities.
Yeah.
Not take down Noodle Wagons, and the Haymaker shield was just massive.
Shakes getting pressured here, but Frosty looking for Rocket. There it is. The stun's going to land. Dakota goes down. He's going to get ignited by Isaac here. Isaac looking for some more damage onto Shakes, trying to clean that kill up and secure it, but not going to happen. And now there's 3 people mid. The Drake goes down. And no more action in the mid lane either. Isaac probably needing to reset here or take this blue buff.
And we will have a Ocean Soul.
Ocean Soul, you love to see it on Zoe. You love to see it on Aatrox. You love to see it on Misfortune even.
We would love to see it on them. I don't know if it's actually going to go to them.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit dire.
Like,
7,000 gold, not really where you want to be when there's still 2 Drakes left up before.
I really just lost. I think they lost so much potential in the spot lane. You had MF on the table, and then Janna was not the pick there. I just think those two counteract each other too much.
I don't know. I think it can be. I don't know. Misfortune is not a champion that likes to stand still. Right? She uses her ultimate, but if she's using her ultimate, you don't want ultimating at the same time, right? So
yeah,
you want champions like.
You want champions with plenty of CC.
More safe characters rather than Misfortune. To be paired with.
He has to be careful here.
Uh-oh. Lee Sin. Where are you going to go, buddy? He's going to use the Dragon Kick to try to avoid. Oh, and in goes Jakes. He's going to get 2 people there. That's going to be a kill on 1. And Lee Sin back in with the Resonating Strike to clean up the second. Good job by Shakes in the mid lane, protecting that Lee Sin. Oh! Okay, no engage to follow. I thought Isaac would be dead there. I thought that Shakes would go in on that E. They're hitting the Q. Yeah, Luna Rush being on a 6-second cooldown feels pretty good for Diana players. Rocket Grab gonna do so much. Unless it doesn't. Uh-oh, Rocket Jump on the other side into Joseph. Skyhawk gets that one up by getting that explosion from his E down. His W, rather. I think it's the W, right? You're an ADC player.
For what?
Which one is the ability that keeps the thing on the head? What you're telling me.
Oh, the bomb? Oh, and there's the Rocket Grab. It's the...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Q is the attack speed buff. W is the Rocket Jump.
Got it. Okay, so I was right.
Lee Sin actually kind of just, I don't know if it was a bit of a lag there or what, but...
Skyhawk did not die last game. 6-0 and 6 on Tristana last game.
I don't think he didn't die the first game either. So that was his first death of the entire series so far.
Did he not die though? No, he played Jhin last game. He played Jhin last game.
He played Jhin the first
game. The first game.
No, he played Jhin the first game. It was Jhin versus Ezreal.
Oh, and JC3 played it last game against the Jhin.
Yeah. Oh.
Got it.
Dang. Trundle actually winning that 1v1.
Yeah, on the other side of the map.
Big's throwing the question mark up in chat. He didn't know what happened.
Interesting.
Trundle has farmed his way to jungle, and he has now emerged to be a part of the team.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold that just went back into his pocket. off of
Yeah,
Shakes dying.
that was an 800 gold shutdown there for the mid lane. I mean, unfortunately, it is
Not the
on.
kind of mistakes you want to be making at this. Oh, rocket grab just barely gonna miss, like we were talking about. Isaac,
Oof.
and just barely doing it.
That animation just barely buffered him out of that.
Yep. Yep. Frosty in a great spot to hit another rocket grab here. No follow-up, though, so he has to wait a bit. He's got to play a little bit of a 007 robot right now. Try to stay in the weeds. They're just so focused on getting this mid-tier 2 right now. Or mid-tier 1, rather.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
of course,
hoping
if
to
they
start
do
it.
break that mid-tier 1, Dragon is spawning in 50 seconds as they know they have to fight over these Ocean Souls. They want this Ocean Soul so
I actually
badly.
really like this specific timing from Baron to go in right now.
Oh, I think it's
and
beautiful to get
yeah,
the tail.
great buffer there. He gets hit, but it doesn't matter because he pulls himself away for the entire animation, the entire duration of the rocket grab there. Great job by Isaac.
They get the Rift Herald, they get the mid tower, and now they're going for the Dragon.
Yeah.
I really don't think there's anything TA can do at this point to stop them. The sleep lands, but there will be no follow-up from Isaac there as he doesn't know where the rest of the team is. And Dakota has been trying to hold up in this top lane, but look how low that tier 2 is up in the top lane. It's at about 20%.
Frosty wants a rocket grab. He's not going to fucking... Drake is alive, but there is a threat from Lee Sin. Oh, just kidding. Daytime. 3v1. Gonna flash out and actually partially due to King Swim using his ultimate there. Daytime going in on Noodless Wagons. Too much damage. A Showstopper gonna throw Zoe over the Noodless Wagons in this fight for good. Dakota on the side. He's gonna flash forward into Dakota, and it doesn't matter though. Dakota gonna take him down. Lots of damage being put out there by JC3. 2 for 1. Actually going in favor of TA this time. The jungler is dead. A rocket grab gonna just do too much. Shake's gonna flash away. Try to make... No follow-up damage comes down onto him so they can stay nice and healthy for this Drake.
I don't know if Shakes actually has to flash there. There really isn't a lot of killing potential on MF yet. She's only at that Essence Reaver.
I think you think
Doesn't have that.
I think you thought that Zoe was still there. And she did just recently
I think
recall.
that'd be great. That's just another kill for him.
I don't know if they could do that 2v3 though.
I think you can. We have instant TP coming out from Set to secure this Ocean Drake. And Janna playing a little bit too close up. Might want to back off. She does, but almost Ocean Soul being picked up here for BBB. This is definitely looking like it's going to be a open and close case real quick. I think BBB will be moving on to the finals in just a matter of minutes, folks. We will have to see.
Yeah,
Baron Nashor is now on the table.
If you're a betting man, I think you bet for BBB here. That's not to say this game is already over.
I mean, Isaac
way
is
better
on that
players.
team. He has been doing very well so far, so we will have to see if he's able to make a heroic play, maybe get the right pick at the right time. But right now, it's looking so dire if you're TA right now.
For sure. Yeah, none of their carries are coming online. Blitzcrank just throwing out the BM hook. Frosty has no way of securing a kill there. And he hooks King Swim just for the hell of it. Shakes though. 1v2. Noodless Wagons on the backside of the fight. King Swim gonna take... Oh, Skyhawk actually ended up with that one. And a great rocket jump forward into a flash. What's he gonna do with this? Is it enough damage onto JC3? We'll find out. On the other side of the fight though, Dakota getting dangerously low. And a Rift Herald summon on the other side of the map. But back to this fight, we got Isaac, and he's going in on Noodless Wagons. A great bullet time actually might just fight, but a rocket grab might secure the kill. Yeah, Frosty gonna clean that one up with the aftershock. And now it's just Isaac and Noodless Wagons left. But on the top side of the map, Rift Herald being used. Noodless Wagons wants it, but he's not gonna be able to get the stun, or even just the grab into a slow. That's just
Yep,
going to be a tower in the
Riptide
top lane. There's
gonna
absolutely
charge.
nothing Kingswim's going to be able to do, except for if, I suppose, if the Lee Sin just
It
goes
just
balls to the wall. I mean,
into the tower.
yeah.
Oh, still secures the kill.
He
and
did that just
nobody-
to make me eat my words. That he heard me say it. He knew I was going to say it 3 minutes in advance, and he did that just to make me eat my words as soon as I firmly.
Hold up. Gotta ice the knuckles.
Definitely very well played there by John. Actually picking up the kill on Lee Sin. Perfectly timed Q to negate the sonic wave damage. I don't know if that was on purpose.
Uh-oh. No. I get so excited whenever I see Isaac go forward when he's got his sleepy trouble. Just every time.
Yeah, it looks like they are posturing towards that barrier. They're definitely going to get vision control over it. Let's look at the vision scores real quick. I mean, there are discrepancies in really every single lane.
Oh, no. Frosty, you menace. 5 and 1 and 8 on this Blitzcrank. 7 deaths on the Janna. Nobody else on the team. Ah, okay. Dakota actually has 7 deaths as well.
Yeah, right
Like,
now,
why
I mean,
do both of those champions have 7 deaths? Neither of them need to be dying that much.
and yeah, at this point in the game, Kingswim cannot.
Dakota getting hooked. Baron, 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 taking the Baron, Baron, Baron. And there will be nothing said about it. Doesn't appear.
You can stop now.
Bullet time gonna attempt something. Frosty's over the wall. Frosty wants some action. Got the stone plate, he uses it, and he is just a distraction for the rest of the team to come slamming in. The infantry has arrived, as they say.
Cavalry.
Cavalry. I said infantry, didn't I?
The exact opposite of what
Amazing.
arrives.
Amazing. I am just so on point today.
I really,
Oh, no. Resonating strike? Not gonna come out. The infantry has arrived.
that'll be a meme for a while now. Well, it was. Ooh, actually some nice damage
Yeah.
coming out from Zoe there. Now that the Oblivion Orb has been completed and a
Yeah,
little
she's
bit more
got
AP has been
Two
gathered,
penetration
but
items.
it's just too little too late at this point.
Yeah, not really. I don't see a way for TA back into this one.
I know,
Honestly, it looks like
especially
it's
with
gonna be a
Ocean
clean
Soul
3-0 sweep.
is spawning in 30 seconds. They have to get an amazing fight there while not delaying it so their base gets destroyed.
33% of that damage is gonna be transitioned into immediate health. They're still trying to look for picks, it seems like. They want Skyhawk, they want Mula Wagons, but I think both of these guys can do whatever they want. Yeah, Mula Wagon's gonna be the
they're actually-
base tank of this fight. Skyhawk gonna use his... Oh, but a great flash! But a great showstopper! Keeps him alive, daytime! Gonna go down, the rocket grab gonna make it happen for Skyhawk, and Kingswim on the back of that fight just too far gone. Down goes JC3 as well. To at some point Lee Sin.
Also, just really not a whole lot that the TA can do at this point.
Yeah, there's
They had
this
the
is
Coda
just
farming top.
so
Dragon
crazy
was
gone.
getting ready to spawn.
We're looking at 16,000 gold here, folks. Like, I don't even think they need to take the Ocean Soul. I think that's just, you know, another thing they get to boast over these guys. I really do think that at this point it has become a personal match for these two teams. Oh, the rocket grab from Frosty. Just every time one hits, I expect the death to happen. He's been so on point with them. An ultimate here, gonna be thrown down by Dakota. Noodle Swaggin's taking so much. He's still alive. Daytime's gonna die. Bullet Time actually gonna dissuade them from killing him there. But look at Frosty W go. He's gonna hit that hook. He's gonna use that stone blade. He's running straight towards the back line. And they just have to run to the fountain. And that means these two Nexus towers are in, and a flash rocket grab gonna take the kill down. Give that one over to Skyhawk. He says, here's a silver platter, man. Take him down. There's another showstopper in. Daytime gonna fall as well. And I think they want to kill all 5 members of the team. Frosty W certainly can definitely make it happen. And a recall for Kingswim. They're waiting. They want more kills.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is the definition of a personal game. 2 more people are spawned in. Dakota wants to try to stop it. He's going to try his hardest. but that's the Nexus falling. That's a 3-0 victory here for Baron, Baron, Baron. And that was a convincing win.
Definitely.
I would say
it
the
really,
most convincing win out of any of the games we watched, even.
I mean, it just all came in the drafts. There was always just holes in TA's draft that really Baron just ripped apart. I mean, Trundle didn't really have anyone with a massive amount of stats to drain. Other if he caught Frosty W after he used Stone Plate, that would be a good influx of stats. But
Yeah.
I just don't think there was anyone that he crucially went and could isolate and say, yes, this is the person I want to drain pretty much every single fight instead of
Yeah, you
having
really only pick Trundle. It's really only on the other side of the screen. That's the only time you really want to see a Trundle in the game. So this didn't I don't know, this didn't sell it for me from TA, but here we are, 3-0 victory for BBB. Definitely well played by them. They had some great synergies there, great communication skills. So congrats to them.
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely a great showing from Baron. We will see them in the finals. I don't actually have an ETA on when that will be, but it should be soon, as I believe the other semifinal match was played just a few days ago. And so
Yeah, I'm
we'll probably have
expecting
a
it
VOD of
sometime
that.
within the next couple of weeks is a very safe safe bet. Very
Yeah,
conservative
hopefully,
estimate from me.
hopefully we won't have to wait a couple of weeks for it, but definitely we will be getting to see Baron taking on the winner of, I think it was the other day's final.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we
have
are
a VOD up for
seeing
you guys
in
soon.
the chat someone is suggesting finals are Sunday. We have no confirmation of that, but I just figured I'd put it out there. So if I'm wrong, it's J0 J only's fault. Finals are on Sunday, yes. Okay, so we're getting multiple sources here confirming finals will be this Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
will
going to
have
be
TSOM.
TSOM versus Baron. That's going to be a match.
Well, spoilers if you hadn't seen the other match, guys. You all
Yeah.
know how it ends now.
Spoils if that one was not available for you guys. But I think that will do it here from us on the desk. Once again, I'm Cred, and I'm joined by the illustrious
Oh my god.
Gintandi.
Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the matches. It was a quick 3-0 finish for Baron, though. We will see them on Sunday in the finals.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.